Alright, brush monkeys, welcome back. This week we are painting this Reaper Bones, I think it's Bones. Oh, this one might be metal actually. She's from Reaper, Kyrie, female barbarian, sculpted by Julie Guthrie. I picked this one up just because it was sculpted by Julie Guthrie. She's one of the top miniature painters, or miniature sculptors. When I was a kid, she did a lot of Grenadier and Ralph Arthur miniatures, and she is just a fantastic sculptor. And Kyrie here is no exception. She looks fantastic. So we're going to paint her up as a barbarian. Lots of skin showing. We're going to base the skin with Wraithbone and do Guilliman flesh with a little bit of Iraqi sand highlight, brown rose for her lip, Basilicum gray for her axe with wildwood for the handle, snakebite leather for her boots and her bustier and a little bikini bottom there, skirt. Gorgonta fur for this fur cloak she's wearing, with Sigor brown for the inside of it, the lining. And finally, Agros dunes for the base with a dry brush of Sylvanus bark. And then we're going to put some of this battlefield snow flocking on it and some tundra tufts to kind of make it look like a sort of a winter base, a little snowy base. So there you go. It's going to look pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get started on the skin there, and then we'll come back and see how she looks. Alright? See you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, we're back, and I've got her skin and hair done. I dug out the Reaper Golden Blonde and the Casadora Yellow shade wash for her hair, because I thought that blonde hair would stand out nice against her, well, explain her pale skin, and it'd stand out nice against all the brown leathers that everything else is going to be. So, yeah, so she's coming along pretty nicely. I'm going to go ahead and do the fur here and her leather bits, and then we'll come back and see how that looks after that dries. Alright? Alright, see you soon. Alright, brush monkeys, we're back. Made some progress on Kyrie here. She's got her leathers done, got the furs done, pretty much everything she's got is fur trimmed. And I got the Sigor brown on there. The Sigor brown and the Gorgonta fur were kind of opposite of what I thought they were. I probably should have consulted my my test book before I chose these colors for that, because, you know, the Sigor brown I was thinking was the kind of reddish brown that I was going to use on the lining, and the Gorgonta fur I thought was going to be the darker brown I was going to use on the fur, and kind of came out just the opposite. But yeah, it works. So she's looking pretty good so far. As soon as those, I'm going to let those dry and take a little break, and then we'll come back and do the wildwood on her axe handle and the Basilicum gray on the axe head. Kind of bring that out. And then I think the edge of the axe here is going to get just a little bit of a dry brush of Necron compound. I'll go ahead and put that down there. Yeah, she's coming along pretty nicely. The thing I love about Barbarian miniatures is Barbarian women are always pictured as being in these bikinis and little leather mini skirts and things like that in the snow. I don't know why Barbarians are always from the frozen north and why they wear such skimpy outfits, but anyway, I didn't make up the genre, I'm just playing into it. So like I said, I'm going to let those browns dry, and then I'm going to come back and do the axe handle and the axe and her base, and then we will take another look at her before I dry brush the base and put the snow and whatnot on it. Alright, see you soon. Alright, we're back, and as you can see, I've got her axe blade and her axe handle done. Well, painted. I got them based. The axe blade is still going to get the dry brush of Necron compound on the edge, and then the base has got the layer of agarose dunes on there. It's kind of a yellowish brown, and it'll get this Sylvaneth bark dry brush on it before I put down the tundra tufts in the snow. So I'm going to let these, you can see the base is stuck in a way. I'm going to let these contrast paints dry, and then when we come back, I'll dry brush the axe head and the base, and then we'll take another look at it before I start putting on the tundra tufts in the snow. Alright, so I'll see you then. Bye. Alright, I'm back, and I've got the axe blade dry brushed. I dry brushed the entire blade just to give it a little, just to bring out some of that detail that's on the blade, and then focused on the edge, so it's got much heavier dry brush on the edge, and it got that nice silver edge to it. And then I dry brushed the base. The agarose dunes for some reason came out a weird kind of almost olive green sort of color, so with the brown over it, I think that's going to make a nice kind of muddy, moldy green underneath the snow. And then I just painted the base band with the Vallejo Game Color Terracotta, and I think that looks really nice. So now we're going to go ahead and put the tundra tufts on the snow on there. And normally I do the tundra tufts with super glue, any kind of tuft with super glue. In this case, I'm going to be doing it with white glue, because I'm going to be doing the tufts and the flocking with the same stuff. So basically all we're going to do here, and this is one of the things I didn't cover in my painting on camera courses, is for tufts we're just going to do a little bit of glue right there and a little bit, say, here. Okay. And get in our pack of tufts. And the tundra tufts are kind of all over the place. They don't really have, they're not like neat rows of set tufts like the others. So you kind of have to find a little bundle that works for you and rip it off. And stick it where you want it. These tundra tufts have little junk on the top of them to make them look like snow, so that kind of helps. And just put a little, so I put such a big one on the front, I'll put this little one on the back here. No, that's not going to fit. That's not going to work. I'm a big fan of these Army Painter tufts because they're really nice, but a little bit of a consistency problem with them. Like, most of their tufts are really awesome, and these tundra tufts are kind of a pain because they're not neat little bundles of tuft like the rest of them, and it makes it kind of hard to see how they're supposed to be broken up depending on how you want to put them on there. So alright, so now I got the tufts on there. I'm going to take a little more glue and kind of spread it around the tufts like that. I'm going fairly heavy with this stuff. Go. Try and keep that down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these, sorry, this container is always kind of a pain to open. I got these little tiny measuring spoons at place in Wichita, and it's got measurements like smidgen, pinch, dash, and then the one I'm using is drop, and just really tiny little measuring spoons. But they're great for doing these kind of things because you can scoop up just a little bit, drop it right on the figure there, wherever you've got glue down for your flocking. Just tap off the excess. There you go. You just brush off the excess from the base band. Alright, so clearly you saw the tuft start to come up right there. We're just going to go ahead and let that sit and dry for a little bit, and then we'll matte seal them, and that'll seal everything on there. Normally I like to do the matte sealing before I put on things like tufts and what have you, but when you're doing snow flocking or anything like that, then you kind of want to do it beforehand so that the matte seal will also help hold down the tufts and the flocking that you put on there. So now you can see we got a nice little combination mud and snow base going on there. This looks really good. She looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and let it dry, and when we come back I'll have matte sealed it, and the next time you see her she'll be completely done. Alright, see you soon. Bye. And there she is, Brush Monkeys, our finished Kyrie female Barbarian, and she looks pretty good. I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and look forward to painting many more Bones figure. Excuse me, this isn't a Bones figure. I keep saying Reaper Bones because I have so many Bones figures, but this isn't. This is actually one of their old metal models. But yeah, sculpted by Julie Guthrie, and you could definitely see that in her. This looks really good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. And in the meantime, if you want to see how to add one of the miniatures that we've painted on this channel to your own collection, check out our Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon sites. If you want to support us in doing what we do, check out my Patreon site, check out my merch store at storefrontier.com/flymonkeystudios. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff there. Go check that out. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.